Just a few days ago on May 1st, eBay put out a seller message, literally practically begging and inviting sellers to come back to eBay and sell cloth face masks. And they gave us a few guidelines, but many people have been running into several problems when it comes to simply trying to make a few dollars on a face mask that they literally put together themselves, put their own mark on it, made it stylish, irregardless to the fact that masks are pretty much everywhere now. If you need one, you can go to a Walgreens and get like 20 for $10. But eBay, despite inviting people to come sell face masks, is still giving lots of sellers a whole bunch of problems when it comes to simply selling face masks on the site. So even though you can sell them on other sites, we're going to share a few experiences of what's going on, people, some of the facts, and exactly what I recommend you do at this point. Okay, so just in case you didn't actually see the message that eBay put out on May 1st, here it is, you guys. So right at the very top, it clearly says eBay is inviting sellers to list cloth face masks. And then they gave us three simple guidelines. Three simple guidelines. When listing cloth masks, please be sure to follow these guidelines. The listing must not contain any medical claims or claims regarding their effectiveness at stopping the transmission of viruses or diseases. The listing may not contain coronavirus, COVID-19, or COVID. And 3, do not list surgical or medical masks, including N95 respirators. And then they go on to say, we appreciate all that you're doing to keep our marketplace safe and fair. And the only thing that they says before this, because after horrendously banning face masks without giving any real explanation, which I claim is them using law number 4 in the book 48 Laws of Power, where it just says pretty much when you need to exercise power or influence over people to always say less than necessary. So they didn't really give us any concrete explanations on what they were doing or what was behind their actions, and they're doing it again. Even with this invitation here, all it says is eBay has been adapting business policies to address the evolving needs of our customers during the global pandemic. Even though we are continuing to restrict the sale of medical grade face masks on site, we are now encouraging sellers to list cloth face masks. So this is their own words, word for word. You can see it right there for yourself. But despite this, you guys, believe it or not, let me share with you guys some experiences that people were having. And I'm going to start off with this one, which is what triggered me to make this video, because originally I did not want to revisit the topic because of how polarizing the subject is. But I hope we're all resellers here and that there's nobody watching this video that is in desperate need of a face mask and mad at us for wanting a few bucks for them to compensate us for our trouble. So just this morning on a video I put out a few weeks ago when eBay originally banned the sale of medical grade face masks, someone commented, the commenter is Steph Hovler, and they commented, handmade makers of face masks are suffering too. They sent out a notice on May 1st saying, we all should sell cloth masks. We sit and make them by hand and post only to be taken down for price gouging, no matter how cheap. I called. The rep said, eBay has the right to change their mind about selling cloth masks. Outrageous. Yes, my friend. I'm sorry that you had to go through this. This is very outrageous. Now, let me share with you guys yet another experience. So on the eBay website, there is a thread where a user named Crafter at Heart started a message thread, and it's very popular. It's over 6,700 views and 523 comments. And this was a month ago, just about April 3rd. They put, "It's time for eBay to lift their banning and canceling auctions for handmade fabric face masks." The President of the United States even said they are recommending Americans wear fabric face masks and still continue the social distancing guidelines. Wake up, eBay. They may not be a perfect solution, but they can't hurt. People are getting very sick and even dying. Time to reverse your stance on this. As far as price gouging, that's up to the buyer on what he or she wants to pay. No one is making them spend more than they want. And now here is some real sellers and real comments on this thread. This is NetX2 replying on this thread on eBay. And this is on May 1st, by the way, at literally 11:30 p.m., the same day they put out the invitation. "I was taken down for price gouging also. 2 masks for $15? Really? I sold 3 masks before eBay removed my other mask, and guess what? My buyers was happy. I don't get it, eBay. Handmade, homemade items should be excluded in this gouging." And we have yet another bad experience from Baltic Antiques. "Yes, of course, from May 1st to today, I tried dozens of options. It still blocks. Not medical, no mention of a virus, COVID-19 or the like. 100% cotton and meets all requirements. I'm at dead end. Support was limited to the standard letter that medical masks are not allowed, but mine is not medical. At the time, I see a face mask search gives 23,000 options. This is nonsense." And if that wasn't enough, here's another from OML 1984. "I thought eBay announced that we could begin selling handmade face masks effective May 1st. I've been blocked because I listed and sold 6 masks for $36. Said I was price gouging. Then I get a series of emails threatening to decrease feedback, close my account, restrict my account if I listed any more masks, etc. I've done absolutely nothing wrong. I sold many of these lots with great feedback. They said in one email that they are basically being selective with who can sell them. Another part of the email said for me to donate them, which I've already done. They also said if I see any price gouging to report it. And finally, they said I was price gouging but saw I was selling my mask at a minimal fee. I kept getting the same emails with a different eBay rep's name. I've kept track of some others' listings that keep fluctuating in price, up and down. Finally, they said that if I listed anything related to masks, they would increase and charge different higher fees. If they hide a listing, I'm responsible for fees. WTH. So with that being said, you guys, I don't think I need to read to you guys any more of these. It is clear that it's just not worth the headache dealing with trying to sell masks on eBay right now. What I recommend that you do, which I know that plenty of people have had success in, is to use word of mouth, old school. You can literally sell your face mask word of mouth. I had quite a few left over and they're pretty much all gone just from word of mouth. And then on top of that, you can use social media, Facebook and Instagram, just to extend your word of mouth to friends and family. especially if you're selling fashionable mask. It's in its own category, separate from the typical plain blue mask that you could get 20 for $10 for at Walgreens. People don't want to look however they feel they look with those on, which we all can agree it's not fashionable when you could literally pay a few more dollars and get a mask that's reusable, that you could look a little bit better within and maybe match up with some outfits if you want, or just have a little bit of personality or swagger to it with something that you're familiar with. Like, there's just all types of masks, and yes, sellers should be able to test the markets with supply and demand and really be compensated for their not only hard work but also their creativity. eBay should not be trying to tell people what their time and efforts and creativity is worth when the market is there to do that for us. So, word of mouth, use social media, and also word on the street is that there is no problems selling them on Etsy and Poshmark. So if you have been having success on Etsy and Poshmark and you don't mind a little bit of competition and like to help out, let us know down in the comments how things are going on there, and if there's any advice you have for people that are having this issue with eBay and have invested money into getting supplies like sewing machines, thread, and cloth, and the prices on all these things have went up because of this. So if you don't mind helping out, feel free to leave some tips in the comments down below. And thank you guys for checking in. That's all I have to share with you guys on this topic. Feel free to subscribe. I'm a reseller myself. I'm primarily a thrifter, and I like to get most of my inventory directly from consumers, real people in the real world. So if you like that type of content, I invite you to check out some of my videos. I'm a full-time reseller on eBay myself. I've been reselling for a little bit over a year, and I'm going to be a year full-time coming up in July. So I have lots of tips, tricks, and advice when it comes to making money online. So I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I put out a video every week. With that being said, you guys, good luck with everything. God bless.